Field? Oh boy.
I can't remember. I just saw this store the other day. They just refurbished it. The one with the cow skin on it.
That's kind of before my time too. I don't remember that. Cow skin on a for a printer.
The box.
Oh.
It was. But I had to move up to Hewlett Packard because they stopped making those, and I went to Hewlett Packard, and that's where I have 8 computers lying around the house. Each one has something on it that the previous one didn't move to the new one. So I have all 8 because I even have one that where you could type out forms. You feed it through the boy, I am getting off.
Feeder tray.
Yeah, I feed it through the scanner.
Oh, okay.
And it would bring it out just like it would be on the, like a Xerox. And you could type into it and make copies and ship it out.
Yeah.
They removed that from the next year's.
Oh.
So, and then the next year had something else that the old one didn't have. So that's why I still have all these computers laying around the house. But, another prized possession.
Yeah, we had one for Fresno, California, and this is a Victorville. I forgot the name of it.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
Monopoly.
Monopoly, yes.
That's what I was trying to get out.
Victorville Monopoly.
Now, this one says 20 years ago, but that's actually wrong.
Yeah.
This is from the 60s.
60s. I didn't know they did that in the 60s.
When Monopoly first came out, it was the fastest selling board game in the world. The towns up here had no people, so what they did was went to Milton Bradley, who owned the rights at the time, said, "We'd like to use your template." They said, "Sure, we'll help you with the template, just don't put our names on it." So they said, "Fine." The reason they didn't want the names on it is because this one was all the businesses in Victorville. So it wasn't the regular Monopoly board.
Right.
Each city up here, they did the same thing. You had to bid to get onto the Monopoly board.
I didn't know that. Okay.
The highest bid got Boardwalk and Park Place. And then it went down just like the regular Monopoly.
Yeah.
Then they turned it around and sold it to the general public.
Yeah.
That gave up a second source of income where they could keep the city running. Now we have Monopoly game for Route 66.
Tribute to Roy Rogers and Dale Evans.
Yes.
Okay.
And we still have the paperwork of all of his properties that he used to have, and we hand these out when people want them. And we still have the big trigger that used to sit out in front of the museum. A lot of people didn't realize Apple Valley did not have a cemetery. Roy and Dale donated the property for the cemetery.
Oh.
They had Trigger, the big stallion, they had him posted when both of them had died. They put it over their grave sites. We had somebody in Victorville who was upset about the horse being there, the shadow covered their loved ones or whatever. So to keep the arguments down, they moved him down to the board across to the Chamber of Commerce. So he's 4 stories tall, and he sits outside the Chamber of Commerce entrance now.
Okay.
But
Is it possible for me to take this one?
Take that with you. And it also
right.
talks about Trigger on the second
This
and third
this
page.
feels thick. Okay, second and third page. So it's it's okay. This is going into my little museum. I'm getting so much stuff. I'm going to make a room of all my things that I picked up through this trip. And that's going to be a big. It's going to be a big room.
Yeah. Now, a lot of people didn't realize that Trigger 1, Buttermilk 1, which was Dale's horse, Bullet the dog, and Nellie Bell, the Jeep. They were
over here.
Yeah. Now, Trigger 1, Buttermilk 1, Bullet 1, they were stuffed and put into the museum. When the museum folded, we were hoping a lot of our people went back east to see it go to the auction. A corporation in Chicago purchased the entire room in its entirety, and now it sits in a vestibule in Chicago. One of the corporations up there have it. But Trigger 2 is in New York. A gentleman came in with a picture of Trigger 2. He has a whole Western motif room, and Trigger 2 is stuffed and sitting in his room. The reason we know is because Trigger, in Buttermilk, their horseshoes, they were stamped with their names on it. Trigger 1.
Oh.
Buttermilk 1. His
Okay.
Trigger 2
Ah.
on the hook. So that's how we know that was the real one.
So here's a dumb question, I guess. They're from Victorville, Roy and Dale?
No, this is where they made their home at. Because,
They made their home here.
Yes.
Okay.
Because this is where they filmed at.
There's a new one on me too.
Yes. Do you remember the beginning of the TV show?
Uh-huh.
And they had Roy Rogers' Double R Bar Ranch.
Uh-huh.
I thought it was a movie prop. Until you go down the road here. I was looking for a friend before we came in here. I was looking for a friend. I made a wrong turn and pulled right up to the front of it, and I sat there and cried like a baby for about 3 minutes. It's real.
Okay.
And then when I moved to Apple Valley, I found out Roy and Dale were real. I always thought that was their stage name, but that's
Yeah.
they are. They have real names, but I know them as Roy and Dale.
Amazing.
That's his wife's car,
Ella, what was her name again? Ella,
Emma Jean.
Emma Jean?
Yes. Right. Here, this is a better photo right here. Get a picture of it. Emma Jean's Hollenberger.
In the Kill Bill movies.
Yes. They filmed on one side and she walked across 66 to get inside.
And all of these pictures are his originals?
That's what I was told.
Okay.
These were the original. They have the holes in them because the holes at the top of the cake were to show where the spiral was going to be at in the on the calendar.
The original pictures of the calendar that's Bob's.
And I was
No, I
told,
don't think I ever got a calendar of Bob's, so I think I'll pick that up too.
yeah, we had the pictures.
Well, I'm in Rancho Cucamonga, Route 66, second to the last stop. Historic Route 66, Cucamonga service station.
I like to say a few words. I'll never forget the first moment I laid eyes on you. I was drinking a Pepsi.
here in each corner, and there's 2-foot footing all underneath. We had to jack up that front canopy and get it all level. But this is kind of how the lay of the land is here.
Is that, oh,
The
okay.
rear part is where the garage was. So that's our next project, is to rebuild the garage.
Oh, so right now it's empty, or it's down,
Torn down,
huh?
yeah.
It's torn down.
So that's why we do the brick program and a car show. Everything we do goes back
Oops.
into the place.
This is neat because I do 3Ds too of different things, models. So you say at what time, or does this have a date on it? Of when you got it? 1915? Oh, 1915.
2013 is a date, right? We got it. That's when it was made.
1915
Bill.
is when it was made.
This is 2013 when we started it.
Okay. Whoops.
And 2015 is when we had our 100-year grand opening, which was probably these photos.
That's too much glare. Let's try here. Need to close that shade back there. Oh yeah, that's it. That's it. This is your 100-year anniversary. Nice pictures. Yeah. It's a Richfield station. I don't know if I've heard that recently. Are they? They're gone though, aren't they?
Well, it's now Arco. It's Arco now.
Oh, okay.
Atlantic Richfield Company.
You're charging $6.